I made this leg extension attachment for my cage for only $10. How did I do that? Well, I used things I had lying around and I took apart this calf raise machine that I no longer used. I wanted to build this with pretty much everything I had in my garage, and I really miss doing leg extensions. So first things first, we take this apart and see what we're working with. I want to use as much of this as possible. Now, I'm not used to metalworking too much, so I'm more of a woodworker, so we're gonna have to create via subtraction. I'll show you what I mean later. We need to start with something to get it mounted on the cage, and it turns out the long square tubing from the calf raise machine was not long enough to get it mounted on this cage, but that's okay. We're just gonna use some wood, which is great. I'm more comfortable with this material anyway. I really had no plan going into this, just an end goal, which I didn't know what it was gonna look like. So there were a lot of back and forth, a lot of working days where I'd stop and revisit the drawing board and just see when inspiration struck. As you saw, I already had to swap out for a different size piece of wood, but cutting this to size, it's gonna allow us to secure everything else to the cage. So I'm just doing the guide holes for that right now. Oh, and safety first, wear gloves. As you can see, it's gonna fit right here, but this is what I needed to go to Home Depot for. The hardware that came off of the calf machine was not long enough to go through both the wood and my 2-inch uprights. This step bit is really the only thing I was missing and needed, but look at this crazy pricing, $45 for that, and I could get that and even more bits from this kit for 50 bucks. What is this? Anyway, I'm also gonna pick up some casters. The inspiration for this video was Kaizen DIY. I'll leave the link in the description, but he used casters to build it from scratch. I'm hoping not to use these, but I'm gonna pick them up just in case. I really don't wanna have to come back to Home Depot. Spoiler alert, I did, but we're just not gonna talk about it. But you can see this is the hardware I picked up, nice and beefy, perfect size. These are gonna hold this thing nice and secure. It's not going anywhere. This would be the method with the caster, but it wasn't fitting my square tubing, so I'm hoping to remove this piece and use this hinge. This is what I mean by creation via subtraction. I'm trying to cut this piece out. Oh, and again, safety first, folks. Wear some goggles. These shards are gnarly. And safety second, wear some gloves. But there was so much grinding. So much grinding. And pro tip, always have another battery charging because the grinding is just gonna eat those through. But that is what we need. That's gonna be our hinge. Fit right there. And now we just need some holes to mount it. Here we're gonna use that step bit that I bought and didn't have before. Great addition to the shop now. What was nice, I was able to use the hardware from that calf machine to mount this in place. I'm adding one more screw at the top just for good measure so it doesn't slide around in case the bolts get loose. And this arm is going to be what I'm going to use for the rest of it. I already cleaned up this edge. I'm going to spare you some of the grinding. I promise you this is the last bit of it, but there was just so much. But here's what I mean by, again, creating via subtracting, just trying to cut things apart. Very hot these days. That's why there's no audio to this video, because I've had multiple fans running. Now for the weights, this was meant to take a 1-inch tube and it's the same diameter as this pipe, and I like the fact that this has a backing on it, so that's what I'm going to leverage because I want to be able to push it through the 2-inch tube and have it just come at a stop so it doesn't slide out. We've come this far, why not make it an adjustable height for the shin pads? A couple holes on either side should do the trick. And now one more hole to pass that bar through because I'm using a different tube than what I demoed it on before. There we go. And you can see here how it catches and doesn't slide all the way through. This was super convenient. A quick test before we move on, and everything's feeling great. Ignore the seat, I'll talk about that later. Now time to paint everything the color of my soul. A good coat of paint is going to prevent this from looking too redneck innovation and fit better with everything else in the gym. This is all the hardware that I need for it. Not even like $10 worth here of bolts and washers and nuts. This is probably my most satisfying piece that I was able to break down. Really, really convenient. Bit of hardware. And this piece also ended up really nicely just resting there. So I'm super happy with this overall. So let's go for final assembly. And this is the part really that just takes a while, but that's what you get for a home gym, the convenience of having the whole place to yourself. So I'll take the few minutes it takes to assemble this thing once a week, however often I want to use it, to be able to do leg extensions again. That's really what I've missed the most from a commercial gym. Leg extensions are a lot of fun. It's a really nice finisher move after some heavy squatting. Yeah, it's just great. Here's that piece again that I'm super happy with. The sleeve goes on, tightens up, and we'll take Olympic plates. I ended up adjusting this higher later on, found a good position for where I wanted it resting on my shins. Let's see it in action. I think it ended up looking great. Now, obviously I didn't build a seat for it. I had this actually extra bar stool just sitting in my basement, so I was glad I was able to find another use for it. It's adjustable height, so I was able to put it exactly where I needed to. And this feels awesome. I'm not feeling any kind of resistance beyond just the weight. It feels super smooth. Super happy with the movement. We'll need some tweaks here and there, but I mean, I'm getting an insane pump here. This is actually footage after a leg day. This is a really nice finisher, and I'm just glad to be able to do leg extensions again. Looks a little janky with the bar stool, but trust me, it feels great. And yeah, it's just me, so I don't need it to be fancy. Obviously, some upgrades that I immediately want to do is some more permanent padding here. You don't want to go bare skin on top of that, you'll get torn up. Could also use maybe a bumper, kind of like a stopper right there so it doesn't slam back into the wood. And a couple little things to tweak here and there. Obviously, a nicer seat situation that doesn't move on me so much. I can transfer the power where it needs to go. But other than that, this is a good version 1.0, I think. Let me know in the comments if you have any ideas for an upgrade. I hope this build inspired you. Not much of a plan to follow. It just, if you want to plan, watch Kaizen's video. I'll link it in the description. But I hope this inspires you to build something out of things you might just have laying around in your garage. Thank you all for watching.